Well, well, well. Look what the cat done drug in. TwoFly International. This is your boy Bootsey TwoFly from TwoFly International, and we're back on YouTube. Bigo. Yes, sir, amigo. Youngsters. This message is for the youngsters. You think you ready to do that time? Find out. Got two stories for y'all today. Two of them about he's like my brother, a guy that I know, a brother of mine, Damon. Call him D-Dog, so we're going to call him D-Dog. Let's get set, man. You think you ready to do that time? You think you hard enough to pull that trigger? You think this is what you want? Let me give you a couple of stories today, man. Part one and part two. Let me set y'all straight right quick. Got on my TwoFly International hoodie. You know what I mean? TwoFly International. I'll be putting the link just in case y'all want to pick up some of that gear. Support me and my cousin, Melton. Let's set y'all straight. So youngsters, think you ready to do that time, huh? Well, everybody got a gun. Everybody. But it's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Feel me? Today, I was just thinking, man, it's like this. When you pull that trigger, man, you know, I used to run around with pistols, things like that. A lot of it was for protection at that time when I was younger, because, you know, Atlanta is wild. And my cousin, I have an older cousin I was staying with at the time, Jerome. Tall guy, man. I remember Jerome had to come save my ass a couple of times. You know, I got put out, got to arguing with my folks, you know, got put out. And he had to come get me, and I stayed with him for a while. But while I was staying with him, man, he taught me a lot of lessons, man. I learned a lot of lessons from him about friends, the friends that you choose, the choices that you make. I did a video about choices. All these choices can come back to haunt you in the end. When you're young, you think you know everything, you know, or yeah, I know. You think you're invincible, you know, you hard as steel, you know, it can't happen to you. Well, here's a few stories about how it did. So, got my boy Damon. You know, me and Damon was like brothers. We've been like brothers for years and years. Been through a lot together, right? So, we're not blood brothers. Technically, he has his own set of brothers. You got Rick. He got two other brothers, man, on his dad's side or whatever. So he has one brother. He was a little bit like right about same age as me, and he had a younger brother. You know, he has a younger brother also. Was like a teenager at the time. So the youngest brother, you know, he was hanging out with a bunch of guys and stuff. You know, he was a teenager, you know, going to high school. And this is one thing about it. You have to be careful with your friends, because sometimes your friends get jealous. If their needs aren't being met at the house, or, you know, like he had like the latest fashion, the latest shoes, and Damon and his father kept telling him, like, hey man, you need to watch them guys that you hanging with, man. You need to watch them guys that you hanging with. You know, he started skipping school with the guys, hanging out, you know what I mean? Doing stuff that he wasn't accustomed to doing. And Damon would tell him, hey man, just like daddy told you, man, you need to watch out for them boys, because, you know, parents know. Old heads know. You feel me? They know. They know what they're talking about. Sometimes they're trying to, you know, shove you in the right direction, but you know how we do. You know how youngsters do. I was young too. I know. I did it. So we kept hanging out, and not realizing that the guys was jealous. You know what I mean? The fellas got jealous of him. And one day he decided to cut school. His daddy had just told him, man, you need to watch them boys. Them boys trouble. that you hanging with. So I don't know, maybe they cut school, smoking a little weed, kicking it, chasing after a couple of girls. So they was hanging out in abandoned houses. We call them bandos in the South or wherever. We call them bandos down here in Atlanta. So he cut school. I'm not sure exactly how this happened, but he didn't make it back home. Like it was getting late. Dad getting word. Mom, sister, everybody's calling around. Hey man, have you seen my brother? Have you seen him? And they like, no, he didn't come back home. And I don't know, I don't know if a maintenance worker or somebody saw the door open, or I'm not sure what happened. I suppose they saw the door open at that apartment complex that they were hanging out at, and they found him. They found Damon's younger brother's body. He had been shot by his jealous ass friends. He got shot. They tried to I think they tried to rob him. I'm not sure if they took his shoes, but I think they might have took his shoes, went all in his pockets. Same people that you hang with can kill you. That's why I never underestimate a man. I never underestimate a woman. I never underestimate anybody. What's those Stone Cold Steve Austin's motto? Don't trust anybody. Because sometimes friends come with smiles, but so do your enemies. Your enemies come with smiles. They don't. A murderer come with a smile, Seem like the most nicest person, the most easiest person. A rapist comes with a smile. That's how it works. You never know. You never underestimate no one. I never underestimate anyone. Never. These people are amongst you. Same people you smoke with, same people you drink with, same people you hang with. Everybody's not happy for you. I know. Been there, done that. It's just like I keep telling y'all, especially you youngsters. Long as you buying the weed, long as you buying the drugs, long as you buying the booze, you bringing the broads over, you kicking it, you down with the homies, you gang banging, you down. Once you want to stop, they ready to off your ass. They're not willing to accept that change, man. Everybody's not happy for you. You think you're going to pull up in something new? You think you're going to flex in front of people and they're broke? They ain't trying to do nothing. They'll try to kill you, man. You got family members that'll take your ass out. Big real talk. They don't want to see you with it. They will kill you before they see you with it. Let you hit the lottery. Everybody gonna be calling. You better not tell nobody. You better keep that conversation under your hat. Sometimes they'll kill you. They be the first one to get you, the people that's close to you. And Damon's younger brother learned that the hard way. After being told repeatedly, stop cutting school. Stop hanging with these guys. Damon even told him, because Damon was older than me. Damon schooled me when I was out there fucking up. I got schooled, man. Gotta watch your friends. I have been there. I have done it. Same people I'm hanging with, the same people I'm roommates with. Stealing from me. Stole from me. Same people. Some of my peoples. Me and Damon's people stole from me. Swear they didn't know who stole the money. But the money got stole. It ain't where I left it. That's how it is. Gotta watch your friends, man. Them guns. My cousin Jerome always told me, he said, before he passed away, he said, he caught me with a pistol one time. And I would always ride around with the piece, And at the time, I had a couple of, younger cousins, his daughters. They was kids at the time. I was a little bit older. I was like a young man. And he said he found it. The reason he knew that I had the pistol was because I was so careless and didn't give a fuck back then that he found shells in the car, like bullets, shells, everything. He found that in the car and came to me like, bro, what are you doing? You supposed to be in school. You supposed to be in college. You working. What are you doing running around with the pistol? Why are you not being responsible? Why am I finding shells in my car? Because I used to drive his car sometimes. Like back then, I had tore up my ride, so I would take his ride on the weekends. So he'd be like, hey, man, you ain't got to sit around the house. So as a bargain, I would always cut the grass or clean up, and he would give me the car keys because he got tired of looking at me sitting around the crib on the weekends. So he was like, nah, bro, you're a young man. I can't just let you sit around like that. So I would always take the car, make sure you put gas in it. I would ride all around Atlanta, man. I was everywhere, chasing girls, hanging out, just doing what young folks do. But I was lucky. I got lucky. I don't even want to say lucky. I was blessed. I'm blessed to even be right here, right now, on YouTube, doing what I'm doing. Everything you see is a blessing because I could have been gone a long time ago. I've been shot at. I tried to shoot somebody, a couple of guys, they tried to jump me one time, and I pulled the piece out, man. I pulled the trigger, but the gun jammed. Now, what's the word Pac say? I'm not a killer, but don't push me. You feel me? That's a real statement. I'm not a monster. You know how many people is sitting in the penitentiary right now, and they're actually good people, but they got pushed and they lost control. Once you lose control, something else is in control, but it ain't you. My cousin said, he always told me, Jerome always said, hey man, keep walking around with that pistol. The devil's gonna send somebody for you to shoot. Real talk. You youngsters think you ready for the penitentiary? You think that shit funny? Try living in your bathroom for 20, 30 years, maybe more. Think about it. You don't think the judges gonna throw that book at your ass? Yeah, they're gonna throw the book at you, bro. Kill somebody. Let that bullet hit an innocent kid. Let that bullet hit an innocent bystander. Let that bullet hit an innocent old woman or old man crossing the street or sitting in their house minding their own business. They're gonna get you. They're gonna roll the tape back. They're gonna find out who, what, when, where, who was there, why. And somebody got to take the charge, man. Y'all think it's a joke. You sitting out here, you listen to this damn music. You let these rappers talk all that shit and get you wrapped up thinking you can do that shit for real. Somebody's gonna fuck you up out here, bro. Or the court they're gonna lock your ass up forever. It's a lot of good dudes out here that's doing time. They good people. They just had one bad moment. And one bad moment is all it takes to take you up off the streets. You play yourself off the streets, man. Trying to be tough. Trying to be hard. I ain't a tough guy. But I got pushed. I got pushed too far at that time. I pulled the pistol out and I squeezed. I'm just lucky the gun jammed. There's somebody else out here that wasn't so lucky. They squeezed and the gun shot. Motherfucker got shot. I'm just lucky. But I'm here to tell the story. Because you might not be so lucky. Damon's younger brother was not lucky. Killed by his own friends. Killed by the people that was supposed to be trusted, who was supposed to be looking out for his best interests. Part 2 coming up next. Stay tuned.